Hi, this is Becka Larson coming to you from Boulder, Colorado. So I wanted to talk today about happiness and other emotions. A lot of people will say things like, follow your bliss and, I just want you to be happy, do whatever makes you happy. And other people say life isn't about happiness. Some people believe that they don't deserve to be happy, that kind of thing. Some people, based on their religion, think that life isn't about happiness. God didn't intend for us to be happy. God intended for us to do the right thing, to uphold a certain moral code. Things like this. So there's a lot of ideas about what happiness is and whether you should try to find happiness or whether it's a waste of time to find happiness. So I'll tell you what my take on happiness is. I had a good friend a year or two ago tell me, why would you follow happiness? That's just an emotion. It's not important to follow emotions. Emotions shouldn't be followed because they're fleeting. They come and go. And I've heard people say this before, so it wasn't like a totally foreign concept. But I really disagreed with them. The way I feel about happiness and all emotions, the way I view this body that I am in, I view this as a gift from God or a gift from the universe. You could also look at it like, I was a spirit. I chose to come into this body because I wanted to learn something. And in order to learn, I have to have a body. So I come back as a human being, and I have this body, and then I have these negative emotions and these positive emotions, and, what do I do with those? When I'm angry, I want to throw something or yell at somebody, and, that doesn't always get a very nice response. So you learn how to manage your emotions or, keep them in check, or now I don't really look at it as managing, but more like learning how to deal with them up front so that they don't spin out of control and become anger. Learning how to accept other people and whatnot. But anyway, I think emotions are basically a tool. Like our body is a tool for us to learn things about life. Having to put a roof over our head, and having to make money and deal with coworkers and all those kind of things. We learn a lot of lessons by having this body and feeling like compelled to make money, and we have to make certain relationships at work out so that we can make money and have a roof over our head, over this body. If we didn't have this body, we wouldn't have such a concern. So in that, along that same line of thinking, emotions are part of the body. If we didn't have a body, we wouldn't have emotions. And I think emotions are just one of the things, they're the main way that we know whether our particular philosophy of life is working or not. When we're going about our day using our formula for life, our philosophy of life, we may experience anger. We may experience sadness. We may experience joy and happiness and ecstasy and connection. When we're experiencing those positive things, our life philosophy is fully in line with how this universe works. With the way life works, we have an acceptance of the way life is, and we are in line with that. And everything just feels right. And that's how we know that we're on the right track. When we have an angry response, a sad response, It's because something we're doing is not in alignment with what is, not in alignment with how life actually works. We have an idea of how life works, but if it doesn't actually work that way, if we're wrong in thinking that it works that way, we will experience negative emotions. So emotions may seem like a pain. They may seem like, oh, something to manage. They may seem unnecessary. They may seem like something you want to ignore. But they're not something to ignore, actually. They're a gift. And if we can look at it that way, we can accept life a little bit more as well. But we can use them. They're a tool that God has given us, or life has given us, in order to correct our life philosophy into something that's more correct. Thanks.